Hello everyone and welcome to GC Insight. Today we are excited to have Aska, the coach of Gigantic, joining us. Gigantic recently achieved an amazing performance by qualifying for champions. Congratulations to them for this incredible accomplishment. They are now preparing to play a decisive finals that will determine who will be crowned the European champions for Split 3. My first question is, how did the team reach after this incredible victory, and what the mood at Gigantics right now?
I think our reaction was like relief maybe, or like happiness, because after like a shaky group stage, even like if we felt that we could play way better, we were still building that confidence, you know. So like when actually like get the lower final in the way we did, it was good. Even if we lost one map, like it was still like very very good, and I think the mood right now is like good. We had some like wait days after the final where like some of the players were a little bit sick, or like the mood wasn't that good. But in general, I think like everyone is like feeling good heading into the final, the grand final.
You're about to play the grand final to determine the European Split 3 champions. How are you preparing for this decisive match? Are there any specific adjustments you've made for this final?
I mean, yeah, in the end, it's like the preparation changes because we have a lot of time to prepare just one game. So in general, how we will prepare is like we will just try to like build a game plan that is good against any team. But now we are probably just more focused on how the enemy plays and what's good against them. So yeah, there is definitely some maybe micro adjustments we will make. Of course, I'm not gonna go into more details, you know, but in general, I think we are just focusing also on ourselves. I think like we, even if we are playing better and better, we are still making a lot of micro mistakes and sometimes macro mistakes. So I wouldn't say we are like preparing a lot against them, and it's more like focusing more on us. Even if, as I'm saying, like we kind of have more time to prepare against a specific opponent. So it's obviously that we will at least watch the games, you know, and keep in mind some stuff that they might do. But other than that, we are mainly focusing on not on not making the same mistakes we made during this stage in the grand final.
Okay, perfect. As a coach, you've seen your team evolve throughout the season. What did you see as Gigantic's main strengths that have enabled you to reach this level?
I think our main strength is that we are usually very like proactive. I feel like when we don't play proactive with a certain proactivity, we are just not the best team, to be honest. We still don't know how to play passive. In general, even if some games it's good to play passive, and we feel like we still play better if we are just proactive. I think proactivity is our main strength, like being able to fight together, also like kind of fundamentals, you know. I think we are probably one of the teams that fight, or like fight like in a better way, you know, like in terms of spacing, how we do it. I feel like sometimes we are good just not overcomplicating rounds and just going together, trade each other, and not really like overthink, you know. The problems come when we have to like elaborate more the rounds, or when we try to do it when we don't need it. That's when usually we don't play that well. But in general, I think our strength is just like playing simple, and also I think individually players are confident to take their own risks, and I think when we are confident, it's hard to play against us because you never know where the smooth is going to pick with up or with any weapon, or you don't know when Ness is going to push, or Mijori is going to do some crazy movements, you know. So I think also that's a strength that we have, and sometimes it goes in our favor and sometimes it doesn't when we don't have a good game. But in general, I think that those are like our strengths as a team, or individually.
I'd like to revisit a key moment from this split, especially your first match in the playoff against Nasser. You faced defeat, and we saw a slicey second Giant 6 during the match. Could you briefly talk about that loss and more importantly, how the team managed to bounce back so strongly after?
I think that game was like kind of rough because we came to boot camp after a shaky group stage, and let's say that our confidence was not the best, and also we didn't even have time to adapt to the facilities, the PCs, the environment, the new schedule, etc. So it was just hard to play that game in general for us. I feel like it maybe was not like the best matchup to start with. Also, because our shaky group stage, we didn't get the best seeding, so we have to face a strong opponent in the first game, and also we threw a lot of rounds. I feel like we usually don't throw that much. We had like 5v2s or 4v2s that we didn't win, but we understood after that game that hey, we played bad. We were not adapted. We were not playing our game. Also, we had a talk, and after that, everything went way better. I think overall since group stage and during the playoffs, we were like, I think we improved a lot game by game, and that was pretty much the key. Have a good talk after that game, understand why we lost and why we win when we win, or why we were playing better in certain aspects in the first and the second stage, and we kind of got really good conclusions, and that was the key to keep improving during the playoffs.
What were the biggest challenge Giant 6 had to overcome during this split tree, and how has the team management to maintain a high level?
I think biggest challenges were especially in the beginning. When we started as a team, three of the players were re-rolling, Miyori to Duelist. I mean, Miyori from Duelist to Sentinel, Sarah to Flex, and Ness to Initiator. So that was definitely a challenge because it's hard to start a team that is completely new, like from the scratch, with three players that didn't even play their roles before, or didn't main those roles, even if they had some isolated games on those agents or roles. So I think that was one of the challenges. Also, the fact that we didn't have an IGL in the beginning, I feel like that was also like a something different that we like nobody, like not a single one of us had something similar in the past. But we believe it could work, and it kind of did in the first split. Then in the second split, at least I felt that in the long term it wouldn't be good for us to keep like that, even if it was kind of working. It would be just better to have an idea. We decided to go for Sarah, and I think that was long term the best decision. And well, but that was also a challenge because Sarah didn't have a spins as IGL, and in the end, I feel like we had also some problems outside of the game, like individually for players that they also have to like challenge or face. And that was also like hard. Also the fact that we couldn't get bootcamp for first or second split because of like visas or like other problems we had. So it was like just very unfortunate. But in the end, I felt like we just most of the time said, okay, it is what it is. We continue, and that was also our main strength. Also the sentence. We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react on that. I think that's also kind of like some kind of like philosophy we have right now. Yeah, we just continue every day, and I think this is what led us to be where we are.
How Giant 6 has qualified for the champions? What's your approach to this international competition? Does the preparation differ from that for the European split?
And yeah, I think so. I think like uh, against like just the EMEA teams, it's just kind of like maybe a little bit easier to prepare, because like I don't think there are a lot of teams running super special comps. So, and even like it's like I feel like the EMEA just has its own meta, like where like most of the teams just play kind of like similar. It is true that some of them are not that playing in that way, but I feel like in champs we'll probably face teams with like more diverse compositions or playstyles. So we'll probably approach the preparation a bit a different way. Also, I don't think we are a team that practice a lot right now. Like I feel like, of course, now in bootcamp we are practicing a lot, but during the year we were not practicing really much, like 5 days per week. 3 or 4 pracs depending of the day with of course theory and stuff, but I don't think we are the team that practice the most. It is true that in the beginning, the first month and a half, we were practicing a lot, like we were investing a lot of time, but after that we took a little bit less time of practice as a team, and we had like more our focus on like reaching a good individual level. So I was leaving space for the players to do that with more specific tasks individually. I think for a champs, we will probably just spend more time as a team and play more practice to get more reps and be more ready for the actual tournament, because we need to play really smoothly. And I think individually everybody's reaching like a good point. At this point of the year, I think everybody is eager to win. Everybody's motivated. Nobody's like burn out or something, because I think we kinda manage really well when to rest, when to not rest, when to play more, when to not play that much. So I think we are in a really good state to keep pushing now and play more than in the rest of the year. So yeah, the preparation will change. Probably gonna play more. Invest more time playing the game, or more time playing the game as a team. And for sure, we'll try to also work in a way that makes us more flexible and be able to adapt to any potential playstyle that the enemy might force us to adapt. I don't know if like this makes sense, but
yeah, but
I think
don't worry, it's good. Okay. Finally, before we wrap your conversation, I'll give you the floor for a final word. Is there anything you say to the fan of Giant or to those who are following you?
yeah, for sure. Like, thanks everyone for supporting us. I think it was a rough split overall, but I felt a lot of people was cheering us no matter what, even if we were playing not our best or if we were actually winning. So yeah, that means a lot. And regarding the final, we'll do our best. I think we have pretty good chances of taking it, lifting the trophy. So that's what we'll try to do.
Okay, perfect. So good luck for champions and see you there.
Thank you very much.